Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's a beautiful day here in Indianapolis. I'm not even sure what the temperature is. Um, Looks like it's a little overcast. Going to be a little bit. It's probably going to be a little hot today. I think it's going to be in the 70s. Pretty humid. Yesterday was pretty humid. So anyway, I got some news. I got my bank under contract. I think I showed it a couple of the. Well, actually, while we did the long live stream on the Wednesday or Thursday, I got a text message from a guy. It was like a couple months ago. I looked at this bank and was interested in it, and it's a mess. Woo, it's a mess. Anyways, I looked at this bank, and I had made an offer, and they played some shenanigans, played some Mickey Mouse games. I didn't end up getting the house or commercial property. And I kept harassing the guy saying, hey, did you ever sell that property? Did you ever sell that property? I mean, he ghosted me. I mean, he was dark. I mean, was not going to call me back. So anyway, I've actually been talking to my buddy Frank. Morning, Emil. I've been talking to my buddy Frank out in Brooklyn, and he keeps hounding me about it. I like the property. He likes the property. So anyway, it's probably not one of my better decisions, but hey, we're prone to make emotional ones every now and then. So anyway, long story short, over the past, I don't know, I mean, it's been several months. I need to actually look and see if I can see how long ago it was. Do I still even have it in my... I do. It was back in January 17th that I videoed this property. Anyways, long story short, Frank and I have been going back and forth about this property for months. And so I figured it hadn't sold. I think we even looked it up on a couple of these episodes. Hadn't sold. So I was actually getting ready to skip trace the owner, see if I could find them, see if they wanted to sell. Like I said, the wholesaler was going dark. And so I actually even called my title company early this week and was like, hey, did you guys ever run paperwork on this property? And he said, no, we haven't ever run paperwork on that property. And so I could have swore that wholesaler said he used my title company, but evidently he doesn't. And so anyway, about Thursday, Thursday. Well, I guess it was Wednesday or Thursday when I was doing the long scope of work video. I got a text right in the middle of the show, and it was that guy, that wholesaler, and he says, hey, we got that property back and we're ready to sell it. I was like, okay. So he hit me up and I said, how much? And so originally he wanted 35 for it, and I told him I'd give him 30. And he came back and he was, whatever, wheeling and dealing and playing some Mickey Mouse games. And so anyway, he said, well, I got somebody else who wants to pay 35 for it. I said, then you need to sell it. And so anyway, I guess it never happened. So anyway, he hit me up and he was like, I said, how much? He said, 34. And I said, I'll pay you 30. And he said, 32. And I said, I will pay you 30 and close as fast as the bank or the title company will get the paperwork together. So he said, okay. So in deja vu moment, he said that I would have the paperwork that night. And maybe he didn't say that, but he said, we'll send the paperwork over as soon as possible. I said, okay. So night fell into the next morning, probably by about 10 a.m. I still hadn't seen the paperwork, so I sent him a message. This is deja vu. I mean, this is what happened the last time. We had agreed on price, we agreed on everything, and then all of a sudden he just kind of pulled the rug out from underneath me. And so anyway, I sent a message to Frank. I go, I still ain't seen the paperwork yet. And so, morning, Tim. So I sent him a message 10, haven't seen the paperwork yet. And so he sent me back a message, you'll have it by 1:30. I was like, okay. 2:30 rolls around, still haven't seen the paperwork. So I sent him a message, hey man, I still haven't seen the paperwork. What's the scoop? And he says, well, check your spam folder. So anyway, back and forth. Finally, I get it. So I got the paperwork released this time. I signed the paperwork. So we're under contract on this property. I don't know if you guys remember some of this stuff. Let me see if I can pull up the beautiful property that it is. There's the front of it. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Totally worth 30 grand.
2355 Station Street.
Oh, you guys got the address. You're not supposed to have that.
Got some windows need to be replaced. Brickwork doesn't look bad. What, it used to be a bank or something?
Yep. See, night deposit box right there, baby.
I like night deposits. We can start getting our counters.
So it's in a commercial area. It's got a big, huge lot.
Right.
So we'll just have to see. We'll see if it actually closes. It's supposed to close on Friday this next week. So, let's see if I got any pictures of the inside. There's the exterior. This is the roof. It's bad. Bad. Look. Oh, we're just teasing you, aren't we? We're just teasing you. The whole roof needs to be replaced. I may build this out because it's real small up there, that top floor. Look at those big old hole right there in the roof. And, a bunch of crap up here. It's got a big old lot. Look at this, all this lot as it goes with it. To go through and kill the weeds and stuff. You eating cake and pie there. So here's the inside. And let's see here we got.
Doors.
It's just full of crud. So this is interesting. They had a meeting at this place back in June 9th of 01. So 19 years ago, it was a hub of activity.
Old Bill would love this place.
That's right. Old Bill loves this place. He will too. I got to figure out what's junk. I mean, a lot of it is junk. And we're going to pitch it. So we're going to have a pitching party. But I don't know. I'm trying to debate whether I want to try and sell some of this crap or what we're going to do. I mean, come on. These are all old, used light bulbs. What the heck, man? Anyways, so that's my week. I'm excited about this property. I have no clue what I'm going to do with this property. So if you guys have some ideas what I'm going to do with this property, I mean, it's like, I want to say it's like 9,000 square feet of storage. I think original episode, I'll try and link the original episode where we went through and did the whatchamacallit on this. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I know, Tim. You know what? In the past 10 or 15 years that I've been doing this business, I am not a hoarder. So I have literally kept 2 things from houses we found. I caught a heavy-duty hand truck for like hauling boxes and stuff. It was an old Roadway, the big semi-line or whatever you call it, mover company. It was one of their big, huge, heavy-duty hand trucks. I mean, it's hardcore. Really, really nice. So I took that, and I took a wing off of a car so I could hang it on the wall in my garage. And that's it. Those are the 2 things I've taken from units. Now, I can't say the same for my guys. My guys have probably stole a lot of stuff. Not stole. I mean, if somebody leaves it, it's junk. So we're pitching it. So, but you'd be surprised how much stuff people leave. I mean, you've seen some of the videos that we do on here. They just leave stuff. We'll call them and say, you got until Friday to get rid of it or, to come pick it up, and then no calls. And, by and large, if somebody does call us, we try and work hard to get them back their stuff, but nobody ever calls back. You send them text after email and after phone call. Hey, you still got stuff in this house. You done with it? So what do you do after a while? We just send them a note and say, look, you got a week. If you don't call us about this stuff, we're pitching it. And, that's what we do. So anyway, hey, a couple things I wanted to do today. Hey, Allison, good morning, sunshine. A couple things I wanted to kind of do this morning. I mean, I've got some at least 1 or 2 houses we can do. I've actually got 3 on my list to get done, but I don't think I want a repeat of the show that we did on Wednesday because that was like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. That was craziness. By the end of it, I was just like, was drool coming out of my mouth. I was just like, Have a good zombie picture? Maybe that'd be my new man ship picture. Wait a minute. There we go. So, all right. So we're going to go. I'm going to show you one thing real quick. I'm going to show you absorption rates, or at least how I calculate absorption rates. And I think it's a little easier because a lot of times, some realtors will say, "Oh, the absorption rate in this neighborhood is 300%." What the heck does that mean? So, I'm going to show you what I kind of consider it, and so we'll do that like right now. I'm going to give you the logo. Woohoo! All right, enough of the logo. Okay, so this is what I classify as absorption rate. So this is what I do is I pull up a property address, and this is not one of our properties. So, you don't get to know. So this is a neighborhood. Like if I'm doing looking at flips, right? Then I want to look at. Sometimes I want to look at absorption rates, right? So absorption rate to me is how long is it going to take me to sell this property? How fast are houses moving in that neighborhood? What we do is I plug in an address. In Indy, I use a quarter-mile radius of active, pending, and sold over the past 1 year, and then leases over the past 2 years. I also use, this is a standard search that I do on properties. Like if you're asking me for a CMA, this is pretty much what you're going to get. And I do leases over 2 years so we can just see what has been put up for rent and what they're leasing for. If it's been put in the MLS, then it should show up here over the past 2 years. So this property here is in Lawrence, but it shows here. So I mean, you can see here, these are some of the rents, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And so you can also see here bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff like that. That's not what we're looking at today. What we're looking at today is there any active houses for sale in this market? No, there's not. There's 2 that are pending right now, okay? And then how many are sold, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so this is the important statistic. So within a quarter-mile radius, and these are all in the same neighborhood right here, so there's 16 houses have sold over the past year. So what you do is you take 16 and you divide it by 12. So there's 12 months in a year. So that means on average, you're selling a little over 1 house per month in this neighborhood. Does that make sense? So 1 house per month sells in this neighborhood. So if we had 6 actively listed houses in this neighborhood, like active, not pending, active houses in the neighborhood, then we have 6 months of inventory available in that neighborhood. So if you're doing a flip, you need to be considering that sort of stuff, because I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying that your house needs to be the best in that price range, in that neighborhood when you go on the market, because you want any buyers that come through that house to be excited about it, right? So you got to be the best in the neighborhood. So maybe you do stuff a little bit over the top, and maybe, don't go crazy. I mean, but maybe you do a nice, nice bathroom, or you do something a little bit nicer than your competition. Excuse me, COVID. Woohoo! Got my sleeve tainted now. No, I don't have COVID. Anyways, so that's something to consider. If there's 6 months of inventory on the market in a neighborhood and you're looking to do a flip, then you need to make sure that either A, you don't do the deal, or B, that you make sure that your house is number 1 in the neighborhood. Why do you use active? Active is how many are listed for sale, not pending. Pending houses are, they've already under contract. So these 2 are pending, so they're actually, anymore, banks take 45 to 60 days to close, between 30 to 60 days to close. So these are lower price areas. So this could be just dragging out for a little while. I mean, we can even actually probably look and see how long has this been pending. So this was pending May 5th. And then let's look at number 2. This one's also pending. So this one's been pending since 4/17. and the estimated close date is 5/22. So they're supposed to close next week. So I mean that kind of jives with what I said, one a month, right? A little over one a month. This one went on under contract last month, and the other one's going went under contract this month. So that's the reason that I look at absorption rates when I'm looking, especially when I'm looking at a flip. So getting back to my point, if your house is if only one a month is selling, you got to be number one when you go on the market. And the way that sales work on flips is the stuff that's been on the market for a while, that means that the marketplace has seen it and they've rejected it. So, you know, when you initially list a house on the market, you're going to get a flurry of activity because nobody's seen that house, right? You got people that are looking in that neighborhood, looking in that area, looking for properties, and they don't like the other stuff that's out there, right? If there were 6 houses that were actively on the market here, those people that are actively looking in that area have rejected all those houses. Does that make sense? So they're waiting for the next house to show up. So when your house shows up, they're going to come and look at it. So that first week or 2 weeks, you're going to get a lot. It's probably more like the first week, you're going to get a lot of activity. And then it's going to die off because if they rejected your house, then, you know, they're waiting for the next one to show up on the market, right? So you want to make sure your house is a little bit nicer because after that initial flurry is over, everybody's seen your house who's actively looking. Then you're waiting for new people to come into the marketplace. New people are wanting to go look at houses, or people who are branching out because they can't find what they want where they want it. So they're looking in other neighborhoods. So you're not going to get, you know, your initial, especially in a down market where we're going down, you want to make sure you're A, priced right, and B, you're the best in your neighborhood so that you sell quick, right? Get under contract. Typically, like if we go into a down market right now, in 2007, I was living the dream. We did a lot of flips back then. And so we were always pricing our houses in a down market when the market was going down. We were pricing our houses about 5% lower than market price. So if I did an ARV and I said, oh, it's a $100,000 house, I'm going to run my numbers like it's a $95,000 house. Does that make sense? So I did this when I was looking at the house. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I might invest in this property. I'm going to do a flip on it. So, you know, it's a bell curve, right? You know, the market, I don't have let me go back to this one. Nope, this one. Okay. So when the market is going up, right? If you price your house up here and the market is down here, let's see, right? If the market's here, right? Everybody's paying $100,000 for a house, and you price your house at $105,000, the market's going up, right? Prices are going up. So it's just a matter of time before the market price moves up to your price, and then they accept. Now, if we get into a leveling off and you price yourself up here, but the market's here, then you're not going to sell, right? Nobody wants to pay this price, right? They want to pay market price. If we go into a down market, if you price yourself up here and the market, let me flip this around. You price yourself up here, market price wise, and the market's going down, right? Let me stiffen that angle a little bit more. If the market price is here and you price up here, then you're not going to sell, right? You follow me? Now, let's say that a couple weeks go by and you decide, I'm blocking myself. A couple weeks go by and you decide that you want to reduce your price. Okay, so you reduce your price to this price, but the market is now down here, right? Here's the market price, and but I just dropped it 10 grand. Yeah, but the market price is down here now. So in a down market or a going down market, price is very sensitive, you know, and that's why, like in down markets, I recommend that, you know, if you don't get a sale, if the market's going down, if you don't get a sale in the first week, or you don't get under contract in the first week, you need to drop your price. You know, you need to be very aggressive about your price reductions. Now, you know, that doesn't, greed takes hold of a lot of us. I mean, it did to me too. I had a house, we did a reality rehab TV show. It was us against 5. Do you flip in down markets? Oh yeah, I flip in down markets. I don't know if I will in this market, not because I'm afraid of it, but I'm afraid of inspectors and buyer's agents anymore. They're ridiculous. I mean, right now, they throw a hissy fit about the dumbest stuff. And you can't explain to them, look, you just don't understand maintenance items, you know? They're like, oh my gosh, there's reverse polarity in an outlet. Now, I know that sounds like a scary thing, reverse polarity in an outlet, but it's not. All it is that they put the black on the white spot and the white on the black spot wire-wise. It literally takes more time to pull the outlet out of the wall than it does to fix this problem. And it's a pretty common problem. Pretty much all houses have this problem. The electrician was just going through super quick and just wasn't paying enough attention. It really doesn't cause issues. It just happens, you know what I mean? So anyways, but these realtors just throw a hissy fit. They're just like, oh my God, the house is going to burn down. You need a licensed electrician to come in and charge $75 or $100 an hour and fix that. I'm like, dude, seriously? It's going to take 5 minutes to fix this. I'm going to fix it myself. No, you're not a licensed electrician. You're going to burn the house down. Well, at this point, it's still my house. But anyways, I don't like the inspectors are putting the fear of God into people, and the buyer's agents, they don't know their head from their buddy or their booty, and they don't understand houses. You know, I got my bangly jewelry on. I did love going out looking at houses. They're so nice. I love these houses. And they walk into a house that needs work, and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, it needs paint and carpet. And they're like, oh my God, this house is going to burn down, or it's going to melt. It's so bad. I'm like, no, man. You know, you haven't watched enough HDTV. Anyways. So, I don't know. I lost topic. I was going to rant this morning. So your absorption rate, you want to keep an eye on that. You want to make sure your price is good. If we're going into a down market, I'm seeing a lot of people selling. I don't know. I mean, there's still strong activity. A lot of people are doing stuff. I'm starting to see signs that people are starting to sell off. A lot of people who were newbies into this business are, they didn't buy right. They're not paying attention. They are realizing that a lot of the low-income houses, which are high cash flow, which they are, but you got to buy them right, are not the deals that they thought they were going to be. And so I'm seeing a lot of our investors who bought incorrectly are realizing they didn't get a deal. And so so we'll see. I mean, I've had a couple of different owners who've hit me up this week, and they're wanting to sell their properties off. Of course, they're wanting top of the market price. So, time will tell what's going to happen there. But anyways, so hopefully that makes sense on some of the absorption rate stuff. Like I say, if you've got 6 active and it's 1 per sale per month, 16 houses. I don't even know what that is. Let me pull my calculator over. 16 divided by 12. 1.33333333 are selling per month. So that tells me that I got to be number one when I come on the market. So either price, quality, one of those two I'm going to have right, or both of them. Hopefully I have them both right. So in a down market, I was pricing 5% below. Oh, I was going to tell you was I did the Rehab reality TV show, and we ended up winning, but I got into my own head on this deal. I mean, I had priced it out, and I thought, okay, when I get ready to sell this house is going to be worth $165, and when we did this house, I don't think we really even overdid the house. I mean, we made it nice. We did a master bath suite. It was nice. We put French doors on the back of the house off of the kitchen so that you could go out onto this big, huge patio. We did some other stuff, but none of it was really over the top, but it just made it a really nice house. And when I had done the initial analysis, I figured out that the house was about $165,000 ARV. But we got into it. We started doing it. I really liked this house. It came out really, really well. I got into my own head. So what did I do? I priced it at $185. Even me, I make mistakes. So I priced it at $185. Then I played the catch-up game, and whatever. Market price was here. I was whatever. Market price was here. I was up here. I had to play the game, and I knew the rules. I just didn't play them. I thought I was above the rules at that house. So, long story short, what did I sell at? $165. 3 months later than I wanted to, but I sold it at $165. So, these are just some things that we do that we figured out. All right. Shall we go on to a house? Oh. Let me just minimize this. All right, let's do we want a really, really bad house, or do we want, I'm going to make you guys suffer. I'm going to make you go, we're going to go one that's probably not too bad, and then we will do a poop hole. I don't cuss on this, so let's go. You're killing me, Kyle. 5 videos, dude. I know you're thorough. I know it. All right. Oh, I know this house. This house we had, this house, like 2 or 3 years ago, we had the furnace quit working in the middle of the winter. And we had people going through the house, looking at the house, and nobody told us that the heat was off. Of course, the water's on. So house got cold, it froze, burst pipes. So that's one of the reasons why here in Indiana, I recommend that in the wintertime, even if the house is rent ready, then you winterize it. And I would definitely leave the heat on when you're showing the house, because nobody likes to go into a cold house. You follow me? So it's kind of a psychological thing. When you list a house, for rent, like this is a rental, when you list the house for rent, you leave the heat on. It makes it warmer when they come in. It's warm and inviting and exciting, right? But they go walking into a cold house, they're like, "Ooh, this is cold. Oh, this house is just cold. I got cold emotions in here." So we always leave the furnace on in the winter, but we do winterize these houses because of this exact house. This house, the heat went out. Nobody told us the heat went out, and the pipes burst because they froze. So we had a flooded basement. Luckily, this is an all concrete basement, so it wasn't that bad. But there was a huge water bill that we had to have fixed. So anyway, so yeah, another trick that we use: always open up all the window blinds. This is something for you flippers out there. When you're listing your house, or if you're listing it to show it here, for rent or whatever, if you're doing a flip, this some of the stuff becomes more important with a flip. But like for rentals, if you're listing it to show it, always leave the blinds open, right? Up, down, whatever you want to say, so that lots of natural light comes into the house, right? It makes it feel warm and airy, and people like it more. So you always want to leave your window blinds open, right? Or shades or curtains or whatever, you want to leave them open. Okay, now the next trick is for flippers. If you can, leave all your lights on inside. Yes, I know it'll cost you money, but it gives that whole open, warm, airy feeling. If the lights are all on in the house, it's bright, it's sunny inside. People love that stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying use daylight bulbs. I don't know. You can experiment with that, because you can get the higher, I forget what it is, 6,000 Kelvin bulbs or whatever, and those are like daylight bulbs instead of warm white bulbs. That can shock people. Like here in my basement, I've got daylight bulbs in. I like them. I don't mind it. But my wife hates them. She likes warm white bulbs. So, it is a harsher white. It's kind of almost a bright white versus the warm white. But that's what the sun is outside. So anyway, if you're doing flips, especially in a down market, you want to do everything you can to make sure you're getting good light going on. So, all right, let's see it. I don't think he gave us the address on this one, did he? Or maybe I skipped it. I guess I was a couple seconds into it.
Fence has some rust marks and stuff, but it's in pretty good shape overall. And the front gate does close and latch properly.
Woohoo!
Roof looks to be newer and in good condition on this house.
Woo!
These front railings, a couple spots you can see they're like bent, sagging in the middle kind of.
Somebody was sitting on it.
That one over there, and then this one over here.
Somebody big was
Trash
sitting on
can's
it.
full. I believe power's on, so we'll be able to test these lights. You've got one screen here. I believe this window opens in 2 spots, and this screen is ripped. And And here's your other spot. I think should have a screen, and there's not one there. This window does have a screen. This window does have a screen, and you've got
Free
this
mirror.
broken mirror over here, and then this downspout, the extension on it is
Wow, that's a
disconnected.
common thing, huh? We always have to run the downspouts away from the house.
The porch looks like it's been painted a couple times. It's kind of worn. I don't know, just cosmetic. But then over here, you got some spots where it looks like there's a crack being patched, and some of the patch is wearing away. It's not too bad yet. The security door here has a couple of cuts in the mesh. I don't know for sure if this security door was here when they moved in. It had a different deadbolt on it, and if you look, there's like the remnants here from a closer for a storm door. So it may have had a more typical storm door before that got switched over at some point.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Power.
Flipped all the
And they left
switches
it
every
pretty
which
nice.
way. And this light right here
I'm
outside,
spoiling you kids.
it's not coming on. It's possible it's on a dusk to dawn.
My
Oh,
dog
there we go.
must.
Alright, so that's a dusk to dawn light. Looks like one bulb's burnt out. And it is on this switch.
They cut the lawn before they moved. That's nice. That never happens. So they clearly took care of the house.
First room here, living room, I believe. We've got the fan running.
Nice side by side.
Lights work. Getting an angle on the carpet here. Carpets in this house are in very good condition, it looks like. I think
They
they've
were
just
brand new when they
been
moved
recently cleaned.
Nice.
And as a result of that, the entire house smells kind of damp, and I think that's why they've got the fans running. So hopefully that clears up.
Walls look good.
The front door here, the hardware is all painted. I think a lot of this house
This
has
was
been
done before
just
us.
recently painted. So I don't know if this is the
We didn't do this remake.
official
But
color
I wouldn't
scheme
put
for
carpets
this
in.
house, or just what they did to cover up some damage or something. There are a couple window ACs here. Not 100% sure if that's going to be the case in a few minutes here. The guy that's moving out said he's done in here, but when I got here he mentioned that he might be grabbing those. He's actually moving some stuff out of the garage still, so he may be back to grab those. In this hallway, we've got wood floors in good condition. There's actually like some touch-up stuff over here, so I wonder if maybe they were just, I don't know what all work the outgoing residents have been doing to try to patch the place up before they leave. The bathroom door here has paint splatter on it.
I don't think that this was like this.
And
I'm thinking
floor,
that this tenant leaving is
can't
painting
tell for
it
sure
all
what
up.
This is. I think it's sheet vinyl, but I'm not 100% sure of that. It's in pretty good condition.
We got overspray everywhere, and I don't remember that when they
Tubs
moved in.
dripping here. Yeah. So I think that's gonna have to be addressed. I don't think that's gonna shut off on its own. Got a window here, partially frosted. This connection here for the shower head.
Yeah, it's like this guy
cover
went through
plate
and sprayed the whole
loose.
house, interior color-wise.
The bath fan works. The vanity light works. It looks like there was some kind of blind here for this window, and that's not here anymore. No shower rod.
We got to
The
see
sink
Kyle.
is full of trash. And under it, a bunch of trash there, so I'm not sure if that's working right or not. Bunch of junk in the medicine cabinet. I think you can kind of see that I don't know if it shows up real well on camera. The door's misaligned on that. I'm not sure how well that can be readjusted.
Bend it in shape.
Just to be back kind of in square there, hopefully. Looks like probably a toilet paper holder was here on the wall. Just has the mounting brackets left. Towel bar's here. Looks like it's in decent condition. There's the back of that bathroom door. Hardware's painted on this one.
Yeah, I don't remember that this was the case when we did this movie. I mean, it's been a year. I've slept since then. But
from over
you
here.
can look at this.
So it closed, and it opens. And closet. This could be the screen for that front window that was missing.
Woohoo!
And then a little shelf here, extra vacuum there. That door looks like it's in pretty good condition. And then out here, I don't know, it's got multiple colors. That could just be dust or something, so that might clean up.
I'm telling you, I think this guy
And
painted
it
this
opens,
house.
closes, and
Oh
latches.
no, we don't do GFI. Come on
Hallway
now.
light works.
Yeah, we do.
And there's your attic access.
We didn't do the rehab on this property, so
Here's the
I
thermostat.
think
That's
this
got
guy
paint
just
on
went
it.
through and
Here's the
just
light
shot this
switch that
house.
has paint on it. I think there's missing floor
We need to pick
registers
him
in the
up as a
bathroom
contractor.
and
But
the
he's gotta
hallway,
learn
but
how
I
to
think these are the right ones for that. And it looks like
tape it off
in the
better.
bedrooms they're in place. So I think they're all going to be
I'm telling you,
here.
I think he did. Sprayed it.
I've just seen 2 missing and I see 2 extras.
What are we talking about?
Heading into this bedroom, again, the carpet is in very good condition. The light works. I think this room's been freshly painted. There's no closet door.
I'm telling you, I think this guy sprayed this house.
See if you can see this on camera here.
Oh, broken
This
window.
window's cracked. Hopefully that's showing up well enough.
Looks like it needs another coat, though.
From what I can tell, it's just the inside pane, and it is dual pane. So that may need to be just a
Where'd
new
my
piece of
closet
that
doors go?
insulated glass unit replaced. No blinds on this window or this window. Looks like they have some of the hardware for them, but not all of it. I think this bump out box is the plumbing for the bathroom, for the shower. It's kind of, I don't know, kicked in or something down there. And it's like a box or something up there. It's painted.
I'm telling you, this guy just sprayed this house. Isn't that awesome?
That's loose. I don't think that's supposed to be there.
I mean, I can't complain. I'm just
And
like
then,
shocked.
maybe you can see that up here. Got some spots. I'm thinking that may be a leak from the seal up around where the main stack vents out the roof. So that may need to get a new boot on it or something. This door here has a panel broken on it. See if you can see that there.
Yeah, I wonder if
And I
You know,
guess
they
it shows
did
a
some
little bit
abuse.
on this side.
and look at that. Somebody kicked it in.
Hopefully that's lining up for you. So yeah,
So
that
this, I mean,
panel will need to.
so this kind of gives an impression of this house may have been abused while this last guy was in this house, and then he's real good at hiding it. You know what I mean? But it also seems like a learning possibility of, you know, how, I don't want to say easy, but maybe how easy it is to bring a house back. You know what I mean? You know, paint and carpet, what it does for you. But this is the original carpet, so I'm not really sure what happened here.
Panel,
I
or
mean,
if they
there's
need to
some,
replace that door. And then it's got the hardware's painted, and it has this little hook on there. Probably can take that out. So in this bedroom, you've got that cracked window, blinds, the potential leak from the plumbing vent, and then this door that need to be addressed. Got another bedroom over here. Alright. Different kind of light fixture there for you.
Wait, go back. Is that... What's that cord there? I mean, they jerry-rigged this light into place. Ugh. Yeah, see that? There's a cord coming out, and so this, I don't think this was the original ceiling light. This is weird.
Man, it's quarantine time and they're leaving behind toilet paper.
Woohoo! You're rich. You're rich, Kyle. You're rich.
Here's the door. It's got some like discoloration there.
Dog.
I don't know what that is. I'm thinking maybe a dog. Today.
Alright. Is this the house we got the free car on? Allison, ask Kyle.
Scratching it. It's all up and down this side. And we'll see some evidence of dogs or cats or something later. So they did have pets. I don't know. That's pretty bad. And pretty even. But that door may need to be replaced or repaired in some way. Once again, in this room, the carpet, flooring, very good condition. I don't see any stains or marks. I believe it's been freshly cleaned.
Yeah, see the outlets are missing their
This
cover
window AC
plates.
here seems
That's what
to
he was
work.
talking about earlier.
And the
I
other
think.
room had.
He went through and
board
painted
on it.
this house, interior
But again,
wise.
the guy that's moving out of here may be grabbing those still. Blinds are in place in here, but this one's got like hair clips and it's all painted, so that's probably going to need to be replaced. And then this one over here, you can see right there, those veins are broken, so that one's going to probably need to be replaced as well.
What did I ask Allison?
Closet
I can't
just
remember.
has doors on the one side.
Yeah.
On the right there. It does have two doors for it. They look like they're in good condition, and they are moving on the track pretty well. There's some extra paint here. I don't know if that's the colors they're using here. Looks like everything here's just been freshly painted white. There's some cracks on either side of this window, at the base of the window. So maybe some drywall work there, and maybe some, that may be moisture, because this window AC doesn't look like it's really installed very weather tight, so that could be what the cause of that is. This light fixture has these wires here. Those should probably be up in the box there. I don't really know why they have it this way. Seems like they could have
This is
put
the
it
one
over
with the
here.
car.
This
Yeah, we got a
cord
free
is
car.
sticking out.
What the heck?
But I don't know what the issue is there. Maybe relocate the light fixture. Maybe put in different light fixture. Maybe center it in
So
the
this
room.
house
I don't
didn't
know
have
what the
lights. So this
best way
guy.
to fix that is, but how it is not correct. This is the switch for it, so I think that's on off, and then yeah, we're on a dimmer.
Nice. So he ran electrical into this house, into this room.
Missing
Ran
a
a switch.
outlet cover plate.
Yeah,
Right there.
He just over. I'm just
I think
shocked.
we already looked at the back of this door. Down low, just the whole view of it there. So
Toilet paper.
recapping this room, have to address that light fixture, some new blinds, get that window closed up without the AC there, make sure that that is the issue with whatever's causing that drywall damage, patch the drywall, touch up the paint, replace this closet door, and replace the bedroom door.
Oh, we do have to replace the bedroom door.
Bedroom number 3, got a ceiling fan. The lights work, the fan works.
Yeah, he went through and
Floors
just
in
sprayed this
here
house.
again. This carpet, very good
How did he keep the
condition,
carpets in such a
freshly
decent
cleaned.
shape?
Seems like that should be
I mean, they look like they're
Good
the
to
same
go.
carpets, but maybe he replaced the carpets too.
no blinds for the window. Door hardware is painted. on both sides, and this side.
He's a whammer jammer. That door's got some damage.
Door opens and closes properly.
Must have been a contractor.
Looks
Was he a
like
contractor,
it's not
Kyle?
damaged on the back.
Clearly there was a bunch of contractor stuff in the
And
kitchen. Door handle.
on the front, it's pretty good. It does have this little mark right here, but I don't think that's probably going to warrant needing to replace it.
There's a crack right there.
This door.
Yeah, he went through and painted this
got
house.
a dented doorknob.
I'm just
here.
shocked. Sorry, I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm just shocked.
This door's dragging pretty heavy on the carpet.
Yeah, I remember that. That door did drag pretty heavily. I thought we had gone back a little
It
and
doesn't
fixed it.
close. Looks like it's got extra space on the left up top. I don't know if that'll be quite enough space for it to close though. Maybe. Maybe the hinges can be adjusted and it'll get closed. But it also needs to be adjusted. Maybe, yeah, it's pretty tight fit at the top, so I don't think it can be scooted up. I think it'll have to be trimmed down to the
What's
bottom.
that crack from?
Then next to the door here, we've got this crack in the drywall.
Oh, it's just a drywall crack. Somebody just put the mudded it
So that'll need to be
improperly.
patched and painted. This cabinet looks like it's in pretty good condition. A couple little stains down here. And in here, the outlets are painted.
Yeah, he just went through and
See that
sprayed this
there?
house, and he didn't really care
And
about it.
there. Those both painted.
How well he did it either.
Now, it's mostly been nice. Headed into the kitchen, not so nice. We've got some definite evidence of mice on the counters, on the floor. So, plan on doing some pest treatment here. We've got a little dishwasher, stovetop. Light works on the range hood.
Fan
Fan
works.
seems to work. Cabinets, very dirty. Food spilled. Blinds are broken.
Look at that door. I'll have to go
These
back.
cabinets
Hopefully,
aren't quite
I'm
as
sure Kyle will
dirty.
catch it.
That counter, let's see here. I think that's just, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a trim piece or caulk back behind there. But that's got like a crack to it, kind of all the way around. That may just be able to be caulked again. More.
Hey, we got a free
trash.
heat gun.
May
Don't do
have
it.
a, roach and or ant issue
Don't
here
open
as
it.
well. I don't know if these were appliances that were provided with rental or if they're leaving theirs behind, but they are not clean.
Now the power's off, I'm sure.
Doesn't look like it's
That's
really
awesome.
missing any
Shelves or anything.
major pieces to it, so they may be able to just clean up.
So they
what's
live like
currently
pigs.
on, so
But they're good at
as
hiding
long
it
as power doesn't get shut off too soon,
until you get to the kitchen.
can clean it out before everything starts to rot.
He does do a good job.
That's going to be a bunch of needle caps
Ooh.
there, so I'm going to try to not get right into that.
Is that needle cap? Or is that...
I don't see any actual needles, just the caps. There's your roaches.
Woohoo!
So, you need a treat for roaches and mice. Look through the drawers.
You gotta leave the peanut butter out because you know you gotta share that. Look at all the mice that were in that drawer.
There we go. Definitely been mice in that one. That one doesn't seem to move. That one doesn't seem to move. This one's full of
Mice dropping.
mouse droppings. There's mouse droppings down there in the base.
Man, the mice were going crazy. They were having
No
a field day at
surprise,
this
more
house.
mouse droppings. And more. And more. So, overall the cabinets are disgusting, but they'll probably clean out. They may need some paint. That one's off the track.
Boy, it'd almost be worth
More spills, more droppings, more droppings.
Yeah, I just need to get a shop vac and start vacuuming it all up and then disinfect it and go crazy with it. And look at that nice dishwasher. We send you to all the nice places, Kyle.
Too much junk in the way. And it's child locked. Keeping me out 2 ways.
Oof.
Here we go under the sink. More droppings. Looks like probably some water damage.
This house is a conundrum.
Doesn't look like they're cleaning these packs, so that's good at least. And we've got a garbage disposal, but I can't run water.
Check out the beautiful house. It's all freshly painted, got new carpets, and the kitchen's a nightmare.
Too much junk.
So you know that the rest of the house was this way. You know it.
Some more of the floor. It's got some marks and stuff on it on the floor in here. Can't tell
When they came through and painted, though, they didn't care, man. They were just like, whammer jammer, baby, we gotta get this done.
Tears, really. It'll just depend if some of this is actual stains that won't come off. So maybe once it's getting clean. Here's your oven. It's got paint splatter on it. Not very
Filthy.
clean. Oven light doesn't seem to work. Clock's on. This cabinet has some dirt. Need to be cleaned out, maybe painted. Is our light switch? Maybe this one. There we go. Sorry, just tripping over trash. So the light in here does work.
Yeah, they just went through and painted everything, sprayed it all.
I don't think we looked at this from the other room. There's a baby gate here. Probably want to rip that out, patch the holes from it. So, wrapping up the kitchen. Gonna need some new blinds. Need to clean. Scratching it. It's all up and down.
This house is a conundrum.
Out all the cabinets.
I know, right?
Clean out the fridge. Clean out all this trash. Probably paint the inside of some of the cabinets. Clean up that backsplash over there. And then a few of those drawers are off the track, so those will have to be adjusted back to working. And then clean all this paint off the sink. Hopefully that just cleans up. I didn't get into the dishwasher yet.
Look at all those mouse droppings.
Take a look. There we go.
Nice rule of this
So,
house.
Dishwasher looks like it's in pretty good condition inside. A little dirty, but it's got the racks. Seem to be moving properly. So hopefully that'll just need to be run once real quick and it'll be cleaned up. Alright, before we go in the basement, I'll just point out this back door. Can lock it, still open it. So it's going to need a new door jamb. Hopefully that's a good angle for you to see that. Need a new door jamb there, and trim piece is also broken here, so that need to be replaced as well. And see, here's sanding pads. I think they actually sanded the hardwood floors in that hallway and stained them and sealed them.
Huh. A lot of stuff in the basement.
Okay. Headed into the basement. Got paneling on this wall here. And then, I don't know, it looks like paint is in good condition. I can't tell if that's fresh paint or not. Stairs are in good shape. They've got carpet on them. It's got a couple
You kids
rough
need to click the
spots,
like
but
button. This is
headed
quality
into an
stuff here.
unfinished basement. I think they're in pretty good condition there.
And it helps me out.
For that use. And we're going to be moving kind of slow down here because we've got just piles and piles of animal feces everywhere. Dogs, cats, whatever they had. So I will try to get everywhere. But I've got
Yeah,
to
so I
watch
mean,
my
this
step.
they live like pigs, and we caught them at the end of their cleanup.
This is a whole bunch of doors here. So
That's probably
I
the
know we
doors from
had
upstairs.
a few doors missing on like some closets and stuff upstairs. These may be the right ones for that. You've got PEX plumbing coming in from your main here. Walls are painted, looking pretty good condition. Got a couple spots where there's some chips or flaking.
Yeah, when I
so
went
maybe
into this
they
house
can
at
be touched up.
after the burst pipes, there was like 6 inches of water
Just
down
a
here.
huge pile of trash here.
Yeah,
Clothes and
crazy.
suitcases and whatever.
They were in the
other
middle of
miscellaneous junk,
Cleaning up the
fish
mess.
tank, some kind of
I wonder if it was a
chair.
family member lived bad and the rest are trying to cover.
The
help 'em
windows
out, cover for 'em.
are definitely older, but they
Well,
don't.
Up
look
until we
like
got to the
they're
kitchen, I thought they might have
broken.
got some money back.
I can't tell if they're supposed to open in some way, and I don't want to try to open them and not be able to close them. Another angle on your trash pile.
What the heck is all that trash?
There's these.
Bed frames.
I don't know what this is.
Bed frames.
I don't know what that is. Something that's up here. I don't know. It kind of looks like a bed frame.
It's got those
tucked
weird
up
bumps
into
on
the
it.
floor joists here.
Metal floor joist. That's interesting. You got 2x4s above the metal. What do you call it? Floor joist. So lots of animal feces down here. It's gonna be a nasty
Some kind of
cleanup.
exhaust fan here too. I think. Maybe that's just a duct. Yeah, I think it's actually just a duct coming out. Heat in the basement. Okay.
Watch the
Doesn't
landmines.
smell as bad as you might think, so that may be a good sign. Maybe the
Not yet.
animal that was here was not here for too long, and also it helps that floors are concrete. Here's a bunch more trash, and I think that's gonna be the washing machine. I don't know what that is. Let's see if I can get
It's
over
an incinerator. I think it's an incinerator.
Alright, so here's the washing machine and washing machine hookups. And maybe like a dehumidifier. I don't know much about them, so can't be positive of that. But it looks like it's tied into a drain line there, so that's what I'm thinking, is that's a dehumidifier there.
Oh, maybe.
Water heater is electric.
Yeah.
Looks newer.
Yeah, we had to replace it.
Here's our dryer over here. And our furnace. There's this whole... I don't know if I can get a hole there in the ductwork. I don't know what that's for. I don't know if that's supposed to be heating this room, maybe. But that's in the return side, so maybe it's the return for the basement. But I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Electric box. Yeah, they were goofing with the electric.
This dryer outlet, just the cord coming out the wall and then hanging here, may need to be just secured to the wall there. Got a sump pit here. Had working lights through the whole house. Haven't needed my flashlight yet. So there's a sump pump down there. May need just a cover there. I don't see it laying around anywhere. It's also unplugged. So, assuming that it's working and useful. Need to be plugged back in. Here's the panel. Looks like everything's intact. I don't know why the cover is off of it.
But they ran lights to that one room and they never put the cover back on it.
Missing or tampered with there. Yeah, hang on here. No. But the cover is here, so just needs to be put back on. And we've got some shelves here that are falling apart, so those either need to be repaired or removed. This, I believe, is a floor drain, but it's just full of trash, so that'll have to be cleaned out. Help make sure everything's flowing. It does have a cover right there. Alright, I think that's everything for the basement. So the main thing is just cleaning it out.
Yeah, so somebody lived like a pig. And then the rest of the family's probably clearing up for them. I don't know. Maybe they're not clearing up for them, but they're... Why do you live that long and then clean it up at the end? I don't know. At least they did it, though. I got to give them that. I mean, that's a lot more stuff that we don't have to do or the owner doesn't have to pay for.
Outside, we've got a satellite dish mounted at the side of the house over here.
Unacceptable.
Chain link fence. Looks like it's in good shape there. We've got central air. So I don't really know why we've got window ACs.
Central air doesn't work.
So may need to troubleshoot, see if that central air is not working or what the situation is there. This window here has a screen. This window has a screen. A little pile of brick pieces next to the steps there. This window has a screen, but it's got some rips down at the bottom. And then I can't see the screen on the camera to know if it's picking this up real well, but we've got several spots here where the paint is peeling off of the back of the house. Put it in my shadow, see if that shows up any better. So hopefully you can see that, but that's just a few of those spots where the paint's peeling. Over here on this side, there's these bottom two corner pieces are missing on the siding. And this chain link gate here is not working right.
Hey Frank, baby. You come in late? I was talking bad about you early.
This window here has a screen. This window has a screen.
That's we're doing good. A couple of screens we got to replace. Not too bad though. So we still got one more video, but it's short. I think 2 or 3 minutes. Do you kids want to watch it, or do you want me to
get to that other side of the house? It's fenced off over the
do it earlier
back
this week?
And fenced off from the front. But we'll go look at the garage.
We're an hour in, so I might just cancel it after this one. This is when we get a free car. Free car! You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
Clean out the freight.
But it's not yours. You got to get it hauled off.
There's a fire pit in the yard here with some trash left behind.
Well, you came in late,
The
Frank,
garage is,
so I'm not
wood
sure your
siding
opinion counts.
in pretty poor condition.
It's a Corvette. Nobody told me it was a vet.
Car still
What the
left here.
heck?
Supposedly they're coming to get it. I thought before now.
75,
Hopefully very
76?
soon. And then there's just some other junk here. I don't know if they're going
Ooh,
to be
small
getting all of
blocks.
it or what. The guy said he just lives a few blocks away
Transmission.
from here, and he's been back and forth a couple times while I've been here. But he told me he would be
Yeah, it's a 75 or a 76, I think.
Done
He's
and
got
out
the
by
little
the
fin
time
back
I'm
here.
done with this video. So
Oh, big block hood.
he's running out of time.
Maybe it's a 70. I don't
You
know.
can
I
see
can't
here.
remember my years.
There's some holes in the siding where you can see through, and then up there you can see through to the through where the fascia board would be. Same thing here. One of these windows is broken. I saw from the outside.
Kyle's going over the garage. I'm looking at the
Both
car.
of them. This one's cracked. And this one's cracked here too.
Got the Corvette rallies on it.
We've got a garage door opener, but it's unplugged. The lights in here were working. Let's see if I can turn the switch on. There we go. So the lights in here do work.
We just replaced that garage door, so it should be a decent garage door.
And we got this fuse panel for it.
Fuses.
There's your
Screw-in
switch. And another switch. And the door does seem like it's going to lock for me. So I think it's in good shape. So out here it's just, I mean, this garage is in real rough shape. You can tell from the outside. It just needs some siding repairs and paint. And these windows, here we go. So that window right there is broken through. And this is the one that's just cracked. Garage door is in good condition. There's a fire pit in the yard here.
Okay, so we got it done. Alright, so let's kind of go through it here. I think I wrote this early on to see if there was overspray on these doors and drawers and whatever when they moved in, and then later on we realized that he's pretty much painted it. So I will leave that note in there for her. So we do have some stainless steel side-by-side fridge, stainless dishwasher, washer and dryer in basement, built-in stove and countertop. Range, all right. Or is that reversed? I don't know. So we'll have to look at this stuff here. Because those may have been rentals that we rented to them. A couple screens need to be replaced. Just a couple. So, and we've got the frames, so I would say like 75 bucks. Run down the spots away from the home. 75. 100 bucks. That's probably more than that. 150. Repair front porch. Crack. I'm going to say it's probably about 75 bucks. Assess tub faucet for leaks. I'm going to say it's about 50 bucks. Remove trash throughout. Dog poo in basement. Poo. It's probably going to run us about 500 bucks, I would assume. Toilet paper holder needs replaced. That's under miscellaneous. A broken window in the house. So that's going to take about a week to fix. It's about 100 bucks. Assess roof. Minor leaks throughout. I'm going to figure about... I don't know. What do you think, Tim? What's the average repair rate go? Because I think the roof's good. It just needs, we just need some touch-ups and stuff like that. 300-400 bucks. Repair 4 closet doors. Check basement. We need to make sure when we send our Ty out to do the clean out on this place that he does not remove those 4 closet doors. And there was also something I saw, I think, in the that screen. So let me put that on here in notes for him. Remove in the basement. Doors in basement or screen in closet. So I just want to make sure that we don't get that stuff thrown away because they may be part of the house. Replace 2 bedroom doors. These were the ones that were kicked in or other damage. So they're about $40 each. So $80 plus installation. So it's probably about 125-ish. Maybe 150. Replace ceiling light in bedroom. He ran the outlet and all that sort of stuff, so we just need to say junction box and new ceiling light, right? Or we can maybe even just continue to use that weird one. So repair, let's just use that original one, junction box and correctly installed. So how much would that run us? It shouldn't be that much, $100 because we got all the materials except for a junction box. Assess windows to be caulked. So around the house I want to make sure that the windows are all caulked. Let's see here. Adjust trim doors to make sure they properly close. That one room wouldn't shut because the door needed to be trimmed and probably adjusted. Minor touch-ups throughout. I'm actually going to raise this because the kitchen's in bad shape, even though he sprayed it. I just don't know what we're up against in that kitchen. Paint the kitchen cabinets. I'm going to go a little overpriced because we're going to do, let's do a repair and paint kitchen cabinets. Assess floors in kitchen. I mean, I don't know how big this kitchen is. But if we have to replace it, let's say it's 10 by 10. I don't think it was that big of a kitchen. So that's 100 square feet. So it's probably around, I'm going to overestimate and say it's $400. So usually I would say 300 because it's 10 by 10, 100 times 3. But I'm going to give it a little bit because it's probably a little bit bigger than that. Caulk the countertops, repair the kitchen cabinets. I already put that up there. Pest remediation. They obviously had a mouse problem. Miscellaneous. I'm going to put that down below. Repair ductwork hole near furnace. I think that'll be easy. They just need to put some a little bit of steel or something over top of it, something to cover it up. Repair. Someone claim that as miscellaneous. Repair, replace door jamb on back door. I mean, shoot. I mean, at that. I mean, it was so badly kicked in. I'm surprised there wasn't damage to the door. I don't think it'll cost $150. Let's do $75 to repair it, and then if we need to replace the door, then we'll just have to do it. Secure dryer outlet. That's a miscellaneous. Assess sump pump to make sure working. I'm going to add in a price here of $150 because it's about $100 to get a new sump pump, and then $50 to install it if it's bad. I mean, I can't understand why it wouldn't be plugged in unless it was bad. Clear floor drain in basement. Hopefully it's just us sticking our grubby little fingers in there and cleaning it out. Otherwise it's probably like $100. Remove car and garage. Oh, can I keep it? Can I keep it? It's 70. It's in the early 70s, so it might be. But you know it's gone. We all know the Corvette ain't there still. Nobody's going to leave a Corvette. That is funny. Kyle, you didn't tell me it was a freaking Corvette. You just told me there's a car in the garage. I'm thinking Ford LTD or something else, you know, something nobody wants. No, what do you got? Corvette. Dumbass. If that car is still in that house, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the calls, but it ain't going to be there. So that'll be number 3 thing I've taken in the past 10 or 15 years I've been doing this business. Cover plates for garage switches, outlets, and junctions. I mean, I'm going to do like $75 just because there's so many of them missing. Remove pressure wash and paint garage. This is the one that's kind of, but you know what? That garage would be easy to do. So we just got to pressure wash it. So let's say that it's, you know, I mean, while we're there, we could even pressure wash the house itself. So let's say it's $250 for pressure wash. And then to paint the garage. I mean, you could spray it in a day, right? And maybe a couple of guys. I mean, shoot, we could just be crazy with the paint gun like, you know, the guy was doing inside, just overspraying everything. So I want to say like $500. I mean, that's $250 for pressure wash, and then $250 for, but it'll cost me more than that to paint the garage. Because paint alone will probably run $250 to paint the garage, so $750. That gives $250 for labor for doing it, plus the money that they're doing for the pressure wash. So, yeah, I think we could probably do it for $750. What do you think, Tim? Huh? Miscellaneous. I'm gonna say $500. I think that's overkill though. All right. So where are we at? Rough estimate of repairs. I mean, there's quite a laundry list. I mean, at first I thought we were going to get off easy on this house. 75 plus 150 plus 75 plus 50 plus 500 plus 100 plus 400 plus 150 plus what did I think? 100 plus 400 plus 250 plus 250 plus 75 plus 100 plus 75 plus 75 plus 750 plus 500 plus 250, I think. That's the last one. Yep. So 43.25. I think I included this one as not necessarily has to be done, but I think it really needs to be done. So we could subtract 750. 35.75. Does not include highlighted items. All right. So let's see if we can pull up some stats on this property. I don't think I'm going to do another one, even though Frank showed up late and wants us to. Let me move this over. Let me pull up. Let's look for cash flow numbers on this. Hold on. So I think that this house is probably 800, and if we painted that garage, we might even be able to get 850. So I'm going to make a case that we do 850 on this one. Those of you wondering what the rental market will do if we go into a down market, the rental market should stay solid, because people still got to live somewhere. What you'll probably see if we start going into a downturn is you'll start seeing people that are foreclosures and short sales and that sort of stuff out of their houses, but they got to move somewhere else. So the rental market stays pretty solid. I mean, 2007 to 2010, the rental market was pretty solid because people were being foreclosed upon, but they had to live somewhere, right? And so that's what they were doing. All right, so let's do our. I really don't think this house has had a lot of maintenance over the last year, but I'm going to still leave it at 10%. 2%, 10%. So school taxes, hold on, let me pull this up here. Kyle giving me all the surprises. I'm still shocked there was a Corvette in the garage. I'm still shocked that this house got painted. This house is just a conundrum. Okay, so taxes on this house are $980. It does have a two-car garage. That's one of the big ones that really increases the price on the rents. I don't know. Do I have prices of what he paid for this house? He probably paid a little high. Well, not too bad. No, that's a really old one. Looks like he bought it for $48,000. All right. Property insurance on it is probably $550. So we are looking at putting how much into it? $35.75 plus the 20%. Oops, not $35,000. $4,300. All right. So do I have the assessed land value? We'll just throw that in there just for shoots and grins. Assessed land value is 13.2. Wow, that's high. Assessed land value. Okay, so let's run the numbers. So his cap rate's about 11%. That's not bad. That's pretty doggone good. His cash flow on this house, if he owns it outright, is $467.50 a month. Now, this is if we can get it up to $850. So, but I think we can do that. And then, he's bought it for 48. If he got a loan on it, let's just say he got a loan on it. Let's do 20 years. And let's do what? I don't even think it's as high. It's like 4% now, isn't it? It's just stupid. So get a loan. If you're going to get a loan, because the interest rates. I mean, what's your interest rate on the house that you're getting refinanced? If you don't mind me asking. If you do, I don't care. So if he got a loan on this one, if he could find somebody who would lend less than $50,000, and they would give him the 4%, his cash on cash return is 20.29%. He'd have what, 15,000 into it? No, more than that. No, yeah, about 15 into it. That's not bad. 20% return on his money. I'm waiting for Emil to tell me how much he's going to get, what his interest rate is. Even if this went crazy, stupid high, 5.5, because it's less than $50,000 loan, it's still a 17% return. That's not bad. Not that I'm advocating getting loans on these properties, but I know a lot of you guys like to do that. But even cash flow after his mortgage payment would be $192.52, and that's if we did the 5.5. If he got it for 4, his cash flow is $225.26. Now let's plug in 27 and a half years for depreciation, and let's say his tax rate was 25%. So that would change his numbers to $255.64 after depreciation. Emil has gone dark. He's not answering. So we don't know what the interest rates are nowadays. I did hear earlier this week 3.75, and they're doing 30-year notes. But I'm not going to figure a 30-year note. I just think you guys are foolish if you do a 30-year note. But you do it. You be you. You do you. You do you. You do whatever you think is the best. I'm not going to judge. Well, I'm going to judge, but I can't do anything about it. All right. I did it again. Wrong side. Click the like, click the subscribe, and now I'm not even on the screen anymore. Let's go back here. Oh, click the like, click the subscribe, click the bell icon. I got 2 likes. Come on, guys. There was like 6 of you concurrently on here. So you guys got to all click the likes. Help me out. Help a brother out. All right. I'm out of here. You guys be good. Have a good week. Hopefully my bank closes this week. Booyah, booyah, booyah. I might do another video. I've got my 360 camera. Wherever it is right here. So I may go back to, I'm supposed to go Monday to go look at the bank. So I may shoot 360 video and see if I can post it. The problem before was YouTube likes to, they've got a, I don't know what I'm going to say, an encryption device for 360 videos that really hurts the quality of the video. So we'll have to see. It may be grainy, but we may be able to watch it this week or something. I'll record it and then upload it, and then we'll do a live stream with it maybe. And then you guys can see 360, and you can, I don't know if you can scroll around. I don't know. That's something interesting. I don't think I could do live streams with 360 video where you guys get to control the 360 video. So maybe I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We'll see. So, all right, kids. 3 likes. Woohoo! One more. Come on, one more. Give me one more, please. Somebody after watching. Oh, there we go. 4. Yay! I'm a wiener. I mean a winner. Yay! All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good weekend. See you later.